All right, strap in, everybody. We're going deep. Even for us, we're talking interdimensional predators, folks. Those things that go bump in the night, maybe even munch on our souls.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's getting right into it.
It is, isn't it? Look, we've all been down some rabbit holes with consciousness and reality, right? But this one's a doozy.
Laid on me.
Okay, so there's this website. It's called antexsestinalathea.gr. Seriously, try saying that 3 times fast.
Antexsestinalathea. Sounds Greek.
It is, and it translates to "Can you stand the truth?" Heavy, right? It's all about alternative spirituality, the fringe stuff, conspiracies, you name it.
All right, so what truth can't we stand this time?
Well, one article, just grabbed me. It's based on Carlos Castaneda, the shamanism guy.
Yeah, I know Castaneda. His work is debated, let's say, intriguing, but a lot of anthropologists see it as a mix of fact and fiction.
Right, right. Always that question, how much is real? But hold that thought, because in this article, it says our life force is being eaten.
Eaten by what? Bad tacos.
Worse, interdimensional predators, straight up like cosmic vampires.
Oh, okay, that's a claim.
It is, and the article dives deep into this conversation Castaneda had with his shaman teacher, Don Juan. He called these things flyers.
Flyers. That rings a bell, vaguely, like from somewhere else.
Maybe, but according to Don Juan, they've been munching on our energy, our luminous energy, he calls it, for ages, leaving us all depleted.
That's where I've heard something similar. Gnostic texts, they talk about this kind of thing. Humanity trapped in a material world, ruled by baddies, feeding off us.
Oh yeah, the Gnostics. Aren't those the guys with the archons?
Exactly. Archons, those are like psychic vampires in some Gnostic tradition. They feed on our negative energy.
So these flyers, they're like the archons' weird cousins.
Maybe. It's an interesting parallel, at least. Makes the flyers, well, not normal, but maybe not so outlandish either.
Okay, so maybe not totally crazy, but the article gets really freaky. Hold on to your hats, because it claims these things, these predators, they haven't just been feeding on us. They've given us their minds.
Given us their minds. Okay, now that's just creepy. What kind of mind are we talking about here?
The worst kind, apparently. Full of fear, anxiety, always needing more, more, more. The article says that's why we do such self-destructive stuff, why we cling to beliefs that trap us.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's this quote from Rudolf Steiner, Cosmic Memory. He talks about how bad emotions they get implanted in us by spiritual beings, leading to suffering.
Implanted emotions, like we're not even in control of our own feelings.
That's what Steiner suggests. It's not predators specifically, but a similar idea, right? Something messing with our consciousness from outside.
Okay, now I am getting freaked out. But wait, there's more. Another article on the site, it's about a scientist, a Dr. Santilli. He claims he built a special telescope and saw things. Intelligent, invisible things moving around in the atmosphere.
Invisible, huh?
Whoa.
So it's a little hard to prove.
Right. But could this be those flyers Don Juan was talking about?
Maybe. But extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence, right? Gotta be careful about jumping to conclusions.
Totally. So how much evidence would we need to believe this? I mean, we're talking interdimensional beings messing with us.
Good question. We need to think critically. Has Dr. Santilli's work been peer-reviewed? What's his methodology? Are there other explanations? Lots to consider.
So not just taking it at face value.
Exactly. But even if we entertain this idea that these flyers, Dio, exist, how do we get out of this mess?
That's where it gets really interesting, but we'll save that for part 2.
Sounds good. I'm hooked already. All right, so last time, things got a little weird, even for us. We were talking about these flyers, these energy-eating interdimensional beings.
Yeah, and if they're real, how do we fight back? You mentioned something, Castaneda, called stopping the world.
Right, stopping the world. It's about, well, interrupting those autopilot patterns we all have,
Yeah.
Seeing things with fresh eyes, like really seeing.
Okay, that sounds pretty zen. Do I need to go meditate on a mountaintop for, 5 years?
Not necessarily. It's more about everyday awareness, noticing your thoughts, feelings, but not getting swept away by them.
So mindfulness, but with an edge.
Yeah, you could say that. It's about realizing how we've been conditioned by society, maybe even these flyers, and choosing to act differently.
So we're hacking our own minds, but if these flyers feed on our energy, wouldn't being more aware make us tastier?
Interesting point. But Castaneda thought these flyers, they like us predictable. They want us stuck in our routines, our fears, our desires.
So the more unconscious we are, the more we're feeding them.
That's the idea. But when we wake up, become more deliberate, It messes with their system.
Like we're going off menu. I like it. You also mentioned impeccable behavior. What's that about?
It's about living with integrity, aligning your actions with your, highest self.
Sounds like a tall order.
It is. It's about being really conscious of your choices, acting with purpose, not just being good, but efficient, focused.
Okay, but how does that stop these flyers?
Well, Castaneda thought that when we're impeccable, we radiate a different kind of energy, one they can't latch on to.
Like changing our Wi-Fi password so they can't steal our bandwidth?
Exactly. We're less appealing, less predictable, therefore less tasty.
So, stopping the world impeccable behavior, it's all about messing with their feeding habits. But what about those of us who are already exhausted? It's hard to be all mindful and disciplined when you're running on fumes.
Right, that's key. We need to replenish ourselves. This is where energy work comes in, grounding, things like that.
Okay, like taking our vitamins.
Sort of. Spending time in nature is a big one. Visualize connecting to the Earth's energy, letting it recharge you.
I can dig that. What else?
Doing things you love.
Yeah.
Painting, dancing, whatever brings you joy. And setting boundaries. Limit exposure to stuff that drains you.
So building our defenses, our energy shields against these vampires.
You got it. And there's one more thing Castaneda talks about. Losing self-importance.
Wait, so now humility is a weapon?
In a way, yes. When we're all ego, we're easy targets. But letting go of that need to be right, to control everything, well, it makes us less tasty to these energy suckers.
Interesting. So these ancient spiritual practices might actually have a practical use in this cosmic battle.
Right. Like they knew something we're only now figuring out. But it makes you wonder, if we are being manipulated, what does that say about free will?
Whoa, deep question. Do we even have free will if these things are pulling the strings?
Castaneda wrestled with that. He thought they influence us. But we're not puppets. It's about seeing their game and making our own moves.
Like a cosmic chess match. You gotta outsmart the opponent.
Exactly. Know their tactics, build our skills, make choices aligned with our true selves. That's how we win.
All right, awareness, discipline, strategy. We're becoming cosmic warriors here. But honestly, this flyers thing is still scary.
I get it. It's unsettling. But maybe the scariest part is not knowing. What if we're being manipulated right now and don't even realize it?
Okay, yeah, chills. But even if flyers are just a metaphor, what Castaneda teaches is still valuable, right?
Totally. It's about owning your life, becoming aware, mastering your mind. That's powerful stuff no matter what you believe.
I'm starting to see why you find this so fascinating, but it is a lot to take in. We haven't even gotten to the specific techniques Castaneda talks about for breaking free.
Right. He has some really interesting ones. They blend physical stuff, sensory deprivation, dream work, all designed to push the limits of our reality.
Dream work. Okay, now I'm really hooked. Tell me more.
We will, but we'll have to save those details for the final part of our deep dive, so stay tuned.
Okay, I need the deeds. We got to talk about those techniques, those Castaneda techniques for breaking free, or at least becoming more aware.
Right, the techniques. Well, he's got a whole system, kind of blends shamanism, Toltec wisdom, personal stuff. It's pretty unique.
All right, hit me with it. What's the first move in this cosmic kung fu?
Okay, so one big one is called recapitulation. Basically, you review your past, good and bad, but you're trying to reclaim energy you lost, maybe gave away in those moments.
Like an emotional Marie Kondo, tidying up the energy closet.
Yeah, kind of. But it's not just remembering, it's re-experiencing it. But with awareness, you see the energy flow.
So I'm literally going back and reliving stuff, but I'm watching the energy, like where it went, how it got stuck.
Exactly. You're identifying the baggage, those old patterns, and letting go of them.
Okay, but how does that tie into the flyers, the energy suckers?
Castaneda thought they feed on that residue, those stuck emotions. So you clean up your energy, you're less appealing to them, less to munch on,
Right, no leftovers for the cosmic vampires. Clever.
Yeah.
Well, what else did he have up his sleeve?
This one's trippy. He called it dreaming, but not regular dreaming. It's like intentional dreaming, where you learn to control your dreams.
Wait, is he talking about lucid dreaming?
Ding, ding, ding. He thought the dream state was huge, a place to interact with other realities, even the realm of these flyers.
Whoa, dream fighting. That's next level. How do I sign up?
It's about awareness, building that intention in your dreams so you can face things, learn things you wouldn't in waking life.
So it's training, like a mental gym for reality. I like it.
And he thought it was how we access hidden knowledge, stuff our regular minds can't handle.
So not just dreams, but a whole other dimension of experience. Okay, what else did he have?
All right, this one's called stalking. It's all about super awareness of your surroundings. Every detail, every move you make is intentional.
So basically becoming Batman, I'm down with that. But how's that anti-flyer?
Well, Castaneda said these flyers, they want us asleep at the wheel, habitual, predictable. But if you're stalking, you're present, you're making choices, not just reacting.
Gotcha. So I'm too tricky to pin down, too aware for them to sneak up on me.
Right. You're disrupting their control, taking back your power.
You know, it's funny, thinking about all this, I realize how much of life is just going through the motions. It's like we're on autopilot half the time.
Isn't it? That's where Castaneda's stuff really hits home. It's about questioning those influences, taking the wheel, and driving your own life.
Yeah, even if flyers are a metaphor, those lessons are super valuable.
Totally. Stopping the world, recapitulation, stalking. It's all about that self-awareness, making conscious choices.
This has been wild. Interdimensional predators, ancient wisdom, mind-blowing techniques. My brain is full.
It's a lot, I know. But the point isn't to believe everything, it's to use these ideas. Live more consciously, take charge of your own experience.
Well said. And to our listeners, keep digging, keep questioning, read Castaneda, explore those traditions, see what works for you.
It's about that inner journey, isn't it? Awareness, discipline, a little wonder. That's how you unlock your potential.
Beautifully put. All right, everyone, until next time, keep diving deep and keep questioning everything.